Good morning, viewers. I am Juan, and welcome to your Global Awareness. Today, we are analyzing a crisis that affects every country: the poverty. This is not just a word in the news, it's a reality for millions who struggle to survive every day. Our goal is to inform you that why this is important and invite you to reflect. Poverty is a complex problem that includes the lack of food, health, and dignity. In this report, my team will explore the context, the impact on the children, and the possible solutions. Why should we care? Because a society cannot grow if its people are hungry. Now, let's go with Brayan, who is in the city to explain the background and history for this solution. Brayan, what can you tell us?
Thank you, Juan. Well, to understand poverty, we have to look at the general situation. There are two types of poverty, relative and absolute. So, relative poverty is when people doesn't have enough income to maintain the standard of living in their society. And absolute poverty is when people doesn't have even water or a house. In history, the problem started with social inequality and limited access to education. For example, many families are stuck in a poverty cycle because they live in areas with no opportunities. Currently, the global economy is difficult, and inflation makes the food very expensive for the poor. It is a social context that we need to change with better laws. We have to remember that poverty is often a consequence of where you are born, not your choices. Now, Andres has more details about the main problem and who is affected.
Hello everyone. The central problem is how the poverty affects the human rights of people. The most affected are children and women. But why? Well, this happens because when people are poor, they may suffer for a lot of problems in different aspects. For example, the economic part, the education, or with their own healthcare. Focusing on the children, when a child is poor, they may suffer a lot for malnutrition. Also, they will not have a good access to school, and this is one of the most important human rights for all people, because it's the right that is going to help you to acquire a good job in the future. So if a child doesn't have a good education since they're growing, they may not have a good job, so they are going to be more possible to be in poverty. We also have the statistics that in the poor communities the health system is very weak. This is so bad because all people who are poor may have more probabilities to die for any disease, or because they only doesn't have the medicine to survive or to be better with their. With women is also a different aspect, but it's also too difficult, and is the economic aspect. As we know, or if you can see in internet, the gender pay gap in a lot of countries, women are earning less money than men, and this is a factor of inequality that is affecting in all the world, and also may create violence. So if we focus or if we resonate this with the poverty, when a woman is poor or have low money, they also, if work, they are not going to earn the money that is fair for them and for the work for the time they are working in. So this also is too difficult for them and to go ahead and reach their goals in the future. This is why women and children suffer the most, but generally men, children and women suffer a lot when they are poor, and we know this is a human crisis that needs urgent attention. Why? Because the poverty index may increase with the time, with all this inequality, with the violence, and it's too unfair for a lot of people who work a lot all days, all years, but they doesn't earn the fair money that they have to earn. So we have to do something as people to help them, or maybe the big organizations also can take action. So Samuel, what are the possible actions that we can take?
Well, hello everyone. Thank you, Andres. Well, it is important to describe beyond the problem, and we can start analyzing and describing it more deeper. The first thing that we can do is analyze the realistic solutions that we can have today for this. The first one is that the government can start to help the people to provide a quality education for everyone, for every kid in the country. Yes, this is so important because that education that the kids needs today and they must receive, it open a lot of opportunities in the future, and a lot of kids, they are not trying to get this education because it is so difficult to access to it, or the quality is so bad. So for that, I think we can start we can start with that. And the government must provide that high quality education for everyone in the country. Another one solution is the second one, is that the big companies or the big enterprises can help the people adding some programs for that small business that is for people that are trying to survive, or they're trying to have more opportunities in the future. They are trying this with their own business, or so for that I think that these big companies must provide some capacitation or some opportunities to that small business to go ahead in that area. And the last one is for us, for the individuals, for the normal people, because we know that yes, the big solution are in the big companies or in the government, but all starts with us, with the people of the common, and we can help in this big problem with being more emphatic and supporting local charities or local business. In that moment, helping that people that it's local, that we know, we can start doing a difference in that area. So in conclusion, poverty is a big challenge. It has been a big challenge in the last few years, it's a big challenge today, but we can solve it with justice and equality, and this is our role in the society, by the way. Our role is try to help everyone, and that everyone is good in the life, but well, we hope this message helps you to reflect your role in the society and how you can help everyone. And thank you for watching our report, our news. I am Samuel, and here are the reference of our project.